Hello, I'm here today with Sheldon Modeland, mining analyst here at Edison. Sheldon, welcome.
Thank you.
Can we start by talking about the Fukushima accident, how
Sure.
that has affected the global uranium sector?
Sure. It's had a huge effect on the sector. So basically 3 years ago, the big tsunami destroyed 3 or 4 reactors, and Japan shut down 50 reactors. So what that did was they had a lot of supply for those reactors, 20 million pounds, we estimate, a year, plus the inventory for 2 or 3 years. So that's put a lot of pressure on the commodity prices, uranium prices.
So how has the sector responded since the disaster?
Not very well, actually. So they basically, the mines and developing projects have been deferred because the prices are not, these companies aren't making any money at the current prices. So they deferred production, they deferred development. So that puts a lot of pressure on the supply for the current reactors that are operating.
So what's going to change the market?
Well, there's 3 catalysts that will drive the market, and we've already seen evidence. A few days ago, the Japanese government announced that they're going to restart their reactors. We don't know when, but at least they said they're going to restart them. So that's a huge catalyst. The other one is China. China is building a phenomenal amount of reactors. I think, not China itself, but worldwide, there's 68 or 70 under construction right now. So that's really that'll be a huge catalyst. It takes a few years to build them, but once they're built and operating, that'll be more and more supply for those new reactors. On top of that, another 170 that are planned or proposed. So that's a huge catalyst. So we have China, Japan, also the HEU agreement between Russia and the US. Basically, they're taking nuclear warheads and downblending them into reactor-grade uranium. So that agreement's over. That takes about 24 million pounds off the market. So they're going to have to, with the primary supply, cover that, or with other secondary supply agreements.
Could you give us a brief overview of the characteristics that define a good uranium project?
Sure. Well, like most commodities, it's grade. The higher the grade, the better. Generally, the better the project. Also important is jurisdictions, government mining regulations, permitting. Uranium is a bit different than other commodities. It's highly regulated because of the radiation and permitting and licenses, so it takes a long time. So you want to be in a good jurisdiction where there's a lot of past history and with mining, uranium mining and exploration. There's lots of uranium. It's very common. It's more common than gold. So there's lots out there, but you want to focus on the higher grade, near surface, infrastructure, much like the other commodities.
Sheldon, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
If you'd like any more information, please do visit the Edison website.